Let us now begin with part 2 of today's session, which is creation of various plots histograms. Now a histogram is a visual representation of the distribution of a dataset. Histogram is used to plot the frequency of score occurrences in a continuous dataset. Now to understand histogram, we can say that it is actually a continuous distribution of some values over some particular period of time or over some particular variable. Like we can see here, we are using a new data file for creation of histograms. We are having one movies data.csv. Now we will convert this movies data.csv into a data frame named as movies. We have yesterday seen how to create it, and then on one or the other variable of that movies data frame, we will be creating a histogram. So basically a histogram is created over some numerical values to show how the behavior of that particular numerical value or that particular variable uh, is changing in a continuous state. Like it may be changing with respect to time, or it may be changing with respect to some other quantity, but it should be a continuous type of data, and when we have such data we can have a histogram created for its graphical representation. So now first let us create a new data frame on RStudio. So if I go to RStudio, I have set my working directory, and here let us create a movies data frame using read.csv function, and the file which we are using here is movies data.csv. So this is quite huge file. Like yesterday we have seen captaincy data in which there were only 6 rows and 6 columns, but now we have created this movies, and you can see here there are 600 observation, means 600 rows are there with 31 variables, means 31 columns are there. So if you see this, you can see here these are all the columns. There are actually 31 columns. So using this scroll bar, we can see various columns are there, and there are 600 rows. So it's quite a huge data set, and we have converted into a data frame named as movies, which we'll be using. So to check the rows and column information of any particular data frame, we have dim function. Dim stands for dimension over here, and if we run this function over a data frame, which is movies in this case, we will be getting the number of rows and columns. Like you can see here, 600 is the value of rows and 31 is the value of columns. So dimension function can be used to just know the size of a particular data frame. Yeah, as seen here, there as an output of that previous command, there will be 600 observation with 31 parameters, that is rows. So now among these 31 columns, we will be using runtime column and genre column for our histogram and pie chart creation. Both of these columns are having a numerical data in them, and we will be using them for our chat and histogram creation. Now the function which we use to create a histogram is hist function. So to this function, we are supposed to give the data frame name along with the column name whose histogram we want to observe. So if we see here, we are using hist function to create a histogram, and the data frame which we are using is a movies data frame, and in that movie data frame, a runtime is a column on which we want to create a histogram. So now as an output you can see here, this is a histogram which of runtime variable. Here it is saying the frequency, that this frequency means how many movies are there at that particular value, and this is the runtime. On x-axis we have runtime, on y-axis we have number of movies with that particular runtime. So we can see here, though we are having x-axis ranging from 50 to 250, the actual data is going beyond that limit, means it is less than 50 also, and it is more than 250 also. So these are very extreme values, and we call them as outlier in data science field. And these are also very small projections stating that there are very few movies with runtime which is near about 50, or with runtime which is more than 150 or near about 200. So there exist very small amount of movies, and maximum movies are having runtime around 100. It may be ranging from say 75 to mostly 125. So this is what the histogram is telling us about. This is the title of histogram, and these values are known as labels. These values are these frequency and movies at the rate runtime are known as labels. So let's do it on RStudio. We can create a histogram using a hist function. So function hist, and as a input to that function we are providing name of data frame, and as soon as we inserted a member access operator dollar over there, all the 31 row are available to us, and we want runtime. And if we run this, you can see the exact same histogram over here with frequencies ranging from 0 to 250 and runtime ranging from 50 to 250. But there exist some outlier values beyond that limit, as well as there exist very few values with runtime which is less than around 70 and runtime which is near to 150. So this is the creation of basic histogram using a hist function and providing only the name of a variable which we want to over which we want to create a histogram. But now we can have we can customize this histogram according to our needs, like we can change its color, or the title present over here, or the label present over here, or the range of these x and y axis as well. So let us see how to do that. Now we can see here, just by adding few more parameters to the hist function, we can have our customized histogram. Now we are creating histogram over the same variable runtime from movies data frame. The next parameter main will carry the title to be displayed on the histogram here. XLab stands for X label, which is actually the label to be displayed over here. You can see previously we had movies at the rate runtime. This is what the actual variable was. But here we have a customized name, runtime of movies. This can be specified using XLab. If you want to change the name over here, the label over here, we could have given YLab and given the new name. But frequency is the relevant name, so we don't change it. Otherwise, we could have given YLab, that is Y label, and our desired name. Now XLim stands for X limit, wherein we can give the range of uh, these values on x-axis. Like in previous case we had from 50 to 250, but our data was going beyond that limit, so we increased the limit from 0 to 300. Now you can see 0 to 300, it is completely occupying the entire data that has been created by histogram. The next attribute is color attribute, COL, using which we can specify a particular color to our histogram. Okay, these are the explanations of those arguments. The main for title, xlab for label on x-axis, ylab for label on y-axis, x limit for setting the range, uh, and we can also use y limit if we want to set the range over the y-axis as well. So this is actually the histogram function modified version using which we can customize our histogram. So let us do it on RStudio. We will use the same function, we'll just modify it. So main was used to provide the name. So let us call let's give some relevant name, movies runtime histogram. Next we have xlab. We want to give it as the runtime is only. Then we can have xlim, and we want to give it, we have to give it as a vector, starting range and ending range. Okay, and finally color attribute, and we can give some color like say green. So once we are done with this, if we run this, we will get a modified. Okay, there exists some error. We'll check that. Movies runtime. Oh yes, error lies here, and if we run again, yeah, we can get our modified histogram. So as per our main, it is displaying its title, the run label of this x-axis is also changed. We have kept y label as it is, and range of x-axis values are also changed, increasing. It is completely occupying our displayed histogram. So this is how we can uh, create a histogram. It is still showing that it from this histogram, it is still very uh, clear that most of the movies have their runtime between somewhere between 75 to 120 or 125. Most of these two projections are having the highest number of frequency, stating that most of the movies have their runtime within this range. And these are the outliers. That is, very few movies are having runtime either less than 50 or more than say 150 itself. But as you can see, if there exists more data, this is just data of 600 columns, suppose 600 rows, suppose there exists some thousands of rows like 10,000, and in that suppose 9,000 data or 9,000 records are ranging in some common space, but still there exists 1,000 records which are outliers. So unnecessarily this graph with those outliers will expand. This histogram will expand. So if you want to limit this histogram, the expanse of this histogram, we can have, here we can see break as a parameter. So adding breaks to histogram, what does it mean? So by adding breaks to histogram, we can control the bars that will be displayed or the projections that will be displayed on the histogram. What does it mean? We'll see. We'll let us first add that to our current histogram. We'll add that column information as the last parameter. Sorry, the break information as the last parameter over here. So we can see breaks, and we can provide the value, say 4. Now you can see our histogram is ranging from some, the projections are, these 3 are the prominent projections, but due to outliers, it is also showing some extra projections and extra expanse, which will be limited using this break parameter. So now see here, this is more readable, and rather than readable, this is more explanatory, stating that most of the films runtime exists or lies between 50 to 150. And apart from this range, other runtimes are can be seen as or can be considered as outliers. So by setting the breaks equal to 4, number of projections have been limited to 4 only, where in previous case it was 7 to 8 projections due to outliers. We can limit that using the break parameter inside the histogram function hist. Still, it is showing that most of the movies have runtime nearly about ranging from 50 to 150, that is nearly about 100. So it's not changing the perception from that particular data visualization, but it is more understandable, more elaborative. And this is very useful to have breaks when you have a considerable number of outliers in your data. So this is histogram function. And now we'll see